along with Merrill and Mobley, and Cleveland throws it away.
Yeah, it's not something they do very often. That's their 6th turnover there. A little disconnect there. Working off of that pick and roll, pick and pop. Is he rolling? Is he not?
Yeah, the Warriors are in the game because they have 6 more shot attempts. They're not turning it over, but they're not hitting threes either.
They are attacking the offensive glass. They are converting on those.
Jemski, that drifting three, when we've just highlighted it, when he sets his feet, it goes in. When he's sliding and drifting, it's a rougher shot.
And that's sometimes why they give up the better three-point shooting percentage to opponents. Thomas Bryant is they knock down the three. I just told you about Dennis Schroeder.
Do you know how Schroeder has been shooting? He's 1 for 9 on threes over his last 6 games. He's shooting 29% from March. But now in April, of course, he makes a 3 against the Warriors.
He sees the Warriors.
Yeah. Draymond couldn't guide that home.
There'll still be Warrior. Your defender got clipped. He was falling over. Take maybe a little more time. Plant that foot. Go straight up and down if you can. Easier said than done.
LJ Crowder just did it. Back out there. That's what makes Steph so good, is he can go 100 miles an hour and then pop straight up with a solid base. But he's also the greatest three-point shooter of all time. So Mobley took the body bump and he'll go to the line.
But he's in the Eastern Conference playoff picture because the Hawks are better defensively than him. He missed both free throws there. Mobley did. The Raptors are better defensively. The Hornets even slightly better. But they shouldn't be as bad as they are. It's the opponent three-point shooting percentage. It's the defensive rebounding as you get Jemski getting out there. They just got to capitalize on some of these opportunities.
Yeah, I think in the playoffs, so having Mitchell and Harden, who both can go off offensively. Shooter denied by Draymond. Shooter got it back. James Harden from deep. LJ Crowder did a good job there.
Well done.
Good second contest.
Just want to make sure that the Cavs don't get a ton of separation on here. Keep this thing as close as possible.
Yeah, Warriors haven't scored in the quarter.
You need a good possession here. Get something going to the rim if you can.
Shot clock at 7. Santos have a good defender in Keon Ellis. There you go. You're not making layups.
Seeks out the contact. But yeah, with the Cavaliers, that's why I'm saying they're wild card, because they can score with any of the top 4 teams.
Right.
If they can,
in Boston would likely be the top 4 if they win their first round matchups. And those are a head knocker series right there.
Yeah. But it's kind of maybe a refreshing place for them to be, because a great season last year where they're on top and then they go into the playoffs and injuries was a big issue as they turn it over again.
Yeah, Mobley, a pass behind him. He tried to throw it to GP2 and get nothing out of that break. That's where take it till a defender comes to you. The Warriors have been a little careless and leaving some real easy opportunities wanted. Harden, don't reach. He didn't. And Ellis missing that 3, but the long rebound back to Cleveland. Ellis inside. And tipped up, wouldn't stay there. So both teams are missing some opportunities, and it stays at a 5-point game.
You were tested there defensively. The Warriors had to make multiple efforts. The shift was on. They got out contested. Had to defend again. They were up for the task.
Jemski in the lane. Getting it back. Good pump fake. And floating it up and in. I love that.
Well, Jemski deserves that one because he worked from side to side. He was running all over the place. You should get the ball, go show and go, and trust that float game. Maybe they're going at Keon Ellis, kind of.
Making him defend, even though he is an elite player in that area. Donovan Mitchell from deep. He shoots it so easily.
So he's looking for a bounce back game because he really struggled against the Lakers. Never got rhythm. He's going to be aggressive from here on out.
Crowder for 3. So the Warriors are getting shots that they would want, but 3 of 15 from deep, 34% shooting as a team, and yet they're only down 6.
Even though that ended up kind of open, he was running backwards. Oh my goodness, I told you about Donovan Mitchell.
He's looking for a foul there. That's a deep 2.
He only had 10 points against the Lakers. That's well below his 28 a game average.
Santos on Ellis again. He getting inside, nice delivery. Santos creating now.
Did you see him face up on Ellis? Again, they're going at Ellis, and Ellis just kind of reached and gambled. Immediately, he was behind Santos, and Santos made the right read.
Deep GP2 knocking it away. Waiting for friends. Bansky on Donovan Mitchell. Got him up in the air. And Guy Santos reversing it up and in. I'll tell you, Podziemski. And good for those guys with the Sportsmanship Award.
Yeah, all super competitive dudes, but all play with respect for their opponents, and their opponents respect them.
They added a point on that deep two by Mitchell's rule of three. And then Harden bottoms a three in his own right.
Well, that's why when James Harden gets it, a lot of times they're double teaming. Sometimes the shift is on, but he had single coverage there, and he took advantage.
Yeah, the first dead ball, they can look and see who behind the line. And they fixed that. Porzingis with the elbow jumper.
So I love that play because Porzingis looks like he's going to go set a pin down, but the man he's kind of going two-man game with, that time it was GP2, he turns around and sets a screen for Porzingis to pop out. Then he just makes the read and show and go. The defender jumped out at him. So that's the creativity you can deploy with a player like Porzingis.
And then Harden, you saw all the action to get Will Richard on him. He's like, give me the rookie instead of GP2.
And he still loves his ISO, doesn't he?
He hit a three, then he hits the floater.
So the Warriors are trying to do the same thing there, and now they're just saying, okay, you pop out and throw it to me.
Three guys around Porzingis, so you swing, get an open three, but the Warriors can't make a three right now. 3 of 15. Merrill, that's beautiful, beautiful. Run back by Cleveland. Their biggest lead of the night is right now.
Two guys jumped at Merrill, and that left Mobley wide open in the middle. He's the lonely big out there, so he's just running the floor. He's trying to hold court.
Glenna mentioned that Cleveland bottom 5 in defending the three. You kind of see why. The Warriors are getting GP2 scoring inside, but they're getting all they want from distance. They're just not hitting it.
They're having success making guys step up, kind of picking on guys. Before that last time out, they picked on James Harden. He got caught ball watching. We got to do more of that. Just force the help.
Yeah, Strus catch and shoot. GP2 the rebound. You saw briefly the points in the paint, 22-20. You're doing fine scoring inside.
They're doing a great job. They just, that three ball hasn't come around, which is usually where you get the Cavaliers.
Shot clock at 10.
Got the switch.
Porzingis shot clock at 3. He knows it. On Strus to beat the buzzer. And he's fouled.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they're getting creative. Picker with him where he's setting a screen that he can get his screen to pop out. I already mentioned that wide pin down action where he's acting like he's about to set the screen. He made that second free throw. I mean, you can go pick and roll with him. You can put him on the weak side and pin in screen for him.
So GP2 with 8, Porzingis with 8. Donovan Mitchell's got 12 for Cleveland. Merrill out of the corner. And everybody coming back for the rebound, but grab it.
That's how you sell out to contest if you're Pat Spencer there. Get a little slip out from Merrill, but you got there.
Yeah, if you're ever watching the game and you see a closeout, look at Pat Spencer the way he did that. That's how you make a good shooter at least miss or think about shooting.
Whoever James Harden is on needs to keep moving and cut because he gets caught ball watching.
Melton's going to work on Merrill. Anthony Melton having a tough time out of bounds.
Anthony Melton has struggled a little bit. We'd love to get him.
That's one. With Porzingis making those free throws, keep going to him. Keep going to him, play off of him. Harden, beautiful lob to Jared Allen. And Steve Kerr's going to take a timeout. So 3.5 remaining in the first half.